Hello, what's up, 100X members? What's up to all guests, to all the community out here? Hello, good evening, everyone. Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to 100X community. This is our 100X Entrepreneur Summit. Thank you so much. Hello, guys. Good evening to all of you. Have you guys taken your dinner already? How was your dinner? How was dinner? How was rest? How was the previous session with our we have Jackie and of course with Vivian and of course our guest. How was it? How was it, guys? Let me know. You guys learned something in the previous session? It was the hobby session, right? Learn something session. Yeah, it's the learn something session. So if you're watching this right now, please remember to like, share, and tag this Facebook Live to your public groups, to your networks, to your circles of friends. Okay, share this out. Okay, share this live out so more people can join us. Okay, so many more people can join us in our Facebook Live, in our Submit here as well. Yes, come on. Do let me know if you're already here. Do let me know. Yes. If you're here, everyone, okay, type 1 in the comment box below. Type 1 in the comment box so that I know you're here. We're ready for the next session, for a speaker, for what we're going to do here. Come on, everyone, type 1 in the comment box below. Just learn something. Okay, everyone, just type 1 in the comment box. Yes. Oh, hello, Alex. Hello. Good evening to you, Alex. Hello, and hello to you. How are you guys doing? You guys managed to get some rest? Get yourself rejuvenated for the next session here. Thank you, Rona, for tagging your friends. Thank you so much. Thank you for tagging Ellen and Jonah. Hello, Izani. Hello. How are you? Taking your dinner already, Izani? Hello, Yanwen. Yanwen, yes. Hello, Yanwen says. Yeah, Yanwen, I realize you love to learn about public speaking communications, right? Junhao says, hello all. Good rest. Well, I'm glad you had a good rest. I had a great rest as well. I had my dinner and I managed to catch up with some of my friends. So yeah, it was a good one. Good evening, Izani says. Yes, good evening to all of you. So you guys all ready? I said all the ones. Okay, so the one means that you are ready. So yes, thank you so much for the ones. Well, if some of you are, you've just finished your dinner, you're still feeling your stomach is really tight, it's full right now. You know what? Why not? Let's get up. Let's stretch a little. Let's stretch our arms. Let's stretch our head. Let's stretch our legs, body. Let's do that. Okay, let's do a pump-up session here so that all of us can get excited. Okay, so that we can empty our head, empty our mind for a moment to receive more. Okay, to learn more for the next session. So with that, we have got Coach Josephine. Josephine Young, she's the first and only female IFBB Pro in Malaysia. She's a certified body transformation and physics specialist, certified precision nutrition coach, and a certified Pilates instructor. All right, without much saying, let's get Coach Josephine in here right now.
Hello everybody, it's me again, Josephine Young. Come, let's stand up everybody. We're gonna dance together, okay, this time. Come up, stand up. Alright, good. Now just do that knee step right. Left and then right. Left and right. Left. Good, nice and easy. I want you to reach your right hand up, left hand. Right hand, left hand. Again, right, left. Nice and easy, keep going. Right, left, right, left, left. Nice. Now reach your right hand up, left hand up. Now right, left, and then right, left. Good. Very nice. Good. Now put your hand down. We'll swing your hip to the right, and left. Good. Twist your hip. There you go. And your little shoulder if you want. Yes. Nice and sexy here. And 3, 2, and 1. Now push your right hand to 2, and then 1 with the elbow, 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 elbow. There you go. Keep moving. Elbow side, remember to twist your hip. And 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Very nice. Now we will make a big circle with your right hand and close. Left and big circle, close. We can step and close. Step and close. Step and close. Big circle and a big circle. Nice and easy, right? Step, close, and then step and close. Just keep moving. Don't worry if you do the wrong thing. Alright? Just have a little bit more fun and move around. Good. Last one. Good. Now we'll go open circle, open circle, open circle. There you go. Yeah, with a little hop if you can. Just like me. Circle, 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 and circle. 4, 3, 2, and then 1. Good. Hold your hand and keep a big circle with your butt. Use the hip to draw a big circle. And a big circle. Now reverse other side. Big circle. Then you keep moving a little bit after a long day. 2 more. And then 1 last one. Very nice. Now open your hands up high and drop. Cross and drop. Cross and then drop. Open and down. Up and then down. Up, down, up, down. Keep going. Nice and easy. There you go. And then a little bit more head. Yep. Drop your head down. 3, 2, 1 last one, and then down. Alright. Take a deep breath and then relax. And that's it for this session of the Karma session. Now we'll see you again.
All right, bye-bye. Thank you, Joe. Thank you, Coach Josephine. It was amazing. Yes, steady, Joe. So go and follow and like her Facebook, her social media account, and of course her Instagram. For Instagram is Jojo Pilates _IFBB _pro. Her Facebook account is Josephine _IFBB Pro MY. Go and follow her. Go and like her account and go and learn from her, okay? Thank you so much, Joe. Alright, so I've been seeing you guys been tagging your friends in. Ooh, I believe that this session is something that you guys are really looking forward to. So you've been tagging your friends. Have you guys been sharing this Facebook Live or not? Please don't forget to share the Facebook Live and continuously tagging your friends in, okay? Because tonight's topic is really interesting. It's about communicating in your business. So if you want to learn the tips, okay, of how you can improve, how you can have better communication in your business, everyone type in your colleagues, type in your team members, okay? Get your team members in right now. Get people you used to work with right now. Get your friends, get your family members, get the entrepreneurs out there, get your community to join this right now. Kevin says, I missed her pump up session. Can I have one more time? And Kevin, you can always watch back the replay, alright? You can always watch back a replay of our Facebook Live. Okay, thank you, Zani, for tagging your friends. Thank you so much. So are we all ready? Yes, if you're all ready, everyone just type a Y. Y. Type Y means yes. Yes, we are all ready. Come on, everyone. In the comment box below, type Y. Type Y. Thank you, Junhao, for tagging your friends. Thank you, Kavis. Okay, come on, everyone. Type Y right now. Let me know you are ready. Tagyu says he's ready. Who else ready? Who else wants to learn about communication in your business? Okay, Alex, we have Junhao, we have Izani, we have Kavis, we have Aldi. Yes. Alex, Raja also. Okay. Audie, tag your friends in, please. Audie, tag your co-founders in. All right, I think we are all ready for this last session tonight, which is the 4th session or so. So we have Amanda Acker here. She's gonna share with us on the 5 tips for better communication in your business. So Amanda, she's an online business consultant. She is on a mission to partner with heart-centered entrepreneurs across the globe to help them make a greater impact. Now, a long time ago, her life was not what you see today. She was a negative Nancy and thought success just wasn't for her. She was going to stay miserable, working a meaningless job, and make just enough money to pay the bills. Then something happened, and she knew she was meant for more. She was ready to stop the self sabotage and make a difference in the world. Now she lives a life out loud and no longer allows negativity into her life. She shows up as her, the quirky, pot mouth, no excuses version of her, who she loves. She lives and breathes positive energy every single day of her life. Amanda is over the moon each and every day as she meets more business owners from across the globe. It will bring her so much joy to partner with you to transform your business into a stress free and fun experience for you every day by getting you out of the back end of your business so you can focus on your vision and make a great impact. Amanda will create systems that work for your business and make sure your team and every part of your business are running smoothly so you can take a much needed break. Ladies and gentlemen, are you guys ready to meet Amanda? So please join me to welcome our speaker, drum rolls, Amanda!
Hi, everybody. I'm so grateful to be here. Thank you so much, 100X Malaysia, for having me to give you all these 5 tips for better communication in your business. So that was an awesome introduction. So thank you so much for telling my little bio there. So what I'm going to do today is go over 5 tips to have better communication in your business. And at the end, I'll look back and see if there were any questions and answer those for you. And we'll go from there. So first tip is actually a bonus tip because I'm all about bonuses, and normally they come at the end, but I thought this one might be good to give you in the beginning. So this one is super simple, and when you're communicating and you're having meetings, is to take notes. So because I feel from personal experience, at least, that when I had a meeting with somebody and I didn't take notes, and then the next day came and I'm thinking, oh no, I don't know what we just talked about, and I have nothing to reference. So that's just a little bonus tip for you before we get started. So first, I want to talk about team communication. If you have a team, this is great. And if you don't have a team yet, this is also good so that you can proactively be ready for when you bring on those team members. The first tip I have for better team communication is to do it in one place. So have one designated area where you and your team can communicate, and then that area is where you'll go to see the responses to your questions or feedback from something. And that way it's all in one place and you're not searching your email, your Facebook messages, your phone, and all the things, right? Because there's so many ways to communicate with people. So it's super important to keep your team communication in one place. A tip I have on that, and a tool actually that you can use for team communication, is something called Slack. And what Slack is, it's an instant messaging system that you can download the app on your computer, you can download it on your phone, and you can also just use it on your web browser as well. So you don't have to download it if you don't want to. But what's nice about Slack is that everything has its own channel. So say you have 10 projects going on and you want to keep everything consistent in your communication, you can have a channel on there or a separate chat room, however it makes sense to you. And that would be specifically for that project. So if you're launching a webinar, you can have a channel that says fun webinar on this day, and all of the questions and communication for that specific project will be within there. You can do that for general communication as well within Slack, and it's all searchable. Makes it even easier to use because then you can go ahead and say, oh, well, I was asking the other day about if someone had gotten the sales copy ready for the sales page, and you can just search sales copy, and then all the conversations for that will come up. If you don't want to use Slack, or if you don't want to use something external, you can use email also as communication, and just keeping all that organized with folders within your email system. But like I said, I'll repeat, keep it in one place. And that moves me into my next tip, which is to have a team accountability agreement. I wish I could take credit for this, but it was not my idea. This is something I learned when I became a certified online business manager, and it blew me away, and I want to share that with you as well. So what a team accountability agreement is, this is a document that you can attach, to your contract with your team, or as a standalone if you already have the team and you're implementing this later. But what it has on there is you can have where your one place of communication is going to be, say, throughout our contract, or, if they're an employee, throughout your employment with us, this is where communication is going to happen. You can also have on there how you do your project management. So are you using a project management tool like Asana or ClickUp or Slack, Trello? Those are all different project management tools. And you can have that on there as well to say, this is where your tasks will be. Make sure you check it every day to make sure that you're keeping up with the tasks at hand. You can have on there your values and what you don't allow in your business. So if you're someone who you don't like swear words, you can say that in this team accountability, like, we don't swear here, or something as basic as the golden rule, like, treat others as you want to be treated, right? So you can have all of those things plus whatever you want in this accountability agreement. And then you yourself, the business owner, and everybody on your team is going to sign off on this agreement so that everyone is on the same page and we all know what's going on. I think between the team accountability agreement and you're keeping it all in one place, you're going to have such great communication. And if you're struggling with team communication, say you have a team and you're struggling to, figure out where they are or what they're doing, this is something that you can implement, and you can have a team meeting and bring it up and say, hey guys, I'm going to be implementing an accountability agreement for all of us because I feel that our communication is sporadic and we're not always on the same page. And then you can, have them sign off on the team accountability agreement. And that's like a bonus tip too. Like, have weekly team meetings. Like, make sure that your team feels connected and that they have that open door for communication where they can raise concerns if they're confused or they feel that, they're getting too many tasks assigned to them that aren't in their wheelhouse, so to speak. It is really important to let them know that you're there for them and that, you have that open door communication. So those would be tips for your team communication. So I'll repeat them. So number one was to have it all happen in one place. Another tip was to have a team accountability agreement. And another bonus was to have those weekly team meetings. So now I want to move on to client communication. So for client communication, I want to talk more just not about like after they're your client, but also prior to them becoming your client. So this is from prospect, lead, to signing to becoming your client. So the first tip for that I have is super important, and I'm going to talk a little bit about it as well, is to not be confusing. I have seen as a consumer so many times where I'm interested in a program, service, or even a product, and I go to purchase and I'm sent on this wild goose chase, right? So they don't have a calendar link. So there's a bunch of, I have to email them and say, hey, when are you available to meet? I'm interested in your services. And I have to wait for them to reply. And it's just very clunky. And then you land on a date and time that works and you have to wait for the calendar invite. It's just, that is a very long process that could be very confusing and can be causing you to lose leads and to lose those clients that could have potentially been amazing clients, right? So we don't want to be confusing, and we want to have a calendar link. So when I say a calendar link, some of you may not know what that means. So I'm going to explain that to you as well. So what a calendar link, when I say that, what I mean is having, so there's programs you can use or apps. I don't know what the appropriate word is, but you know what I mean. So there's one that's called Acuity. And what you do inside of there is you can link your Google Calendar. I'm pretty sure you can link like a Microsoft Calendar or maybe an Apple. I'm not sure exactly all the integrations that are there, but I do know from personal experience that it integrates with your Google Calendar. And then you can go in and create what your availability is. So I know for me, I love to network. So I do coffee chats. So one of my links is specifically to book a coffee chat with me, which is a 15-minute networking call. And for that one, I have my specific availability for coffee chats, right? And then if there's something on my calendar, on my Google Calendar, it's integrated and it'll block off that time automatically. But what's brilliant about these calendar links is that if someone is interested in booking time with you, whether it's a coffee chat or a consultation or what have you, they can just literally click that link and it's going to load up your calendar with your availability, and they can pick and choose what time works best for them and their availability to meet with you. And it just makes it very streamlined. So you're not playing that, oh my goodness, I have to, who's emailing me and what's my calendar? And then they're looking at their calendar. And that can be very confusing and frustrating for business owners, especially if they're super busy and they're looking at you to help them get out of the back end of their business, which is my thing. So if you're trying to help someone have less stress in their business, the last thing you want to do is have to have this ongoing email communication where you're saying, oh, that works for me. Oh, that doesn't work for me. And you know how that goes, I'm sure. So you want to have a calendar link to have people for people to be able to book with you without the back and forth of email communication, because it can be a lot and things can also get lost and all those things. It can be very confusing. So I want to say that also, sorry, I got sidetracked. A comment popped up. I'm sorry. So what I wanted to say was also with the calendar links, you can put them on your website. So people, when they land on your website and they're like, oh my gosh, I have to meet this person, like I want to work with this person, they can click to book a call and boom, your schedule's there and they're now in your system and they're on your schedule. So that is just a more in-depth tip on the non-confusing part. And then the other, it's moving forward from scheduling. So now you're scheduled with someone. So what happens next? Are you going to go in and say, give a follow-up, or, because you have to follow up and make sure that they know that everything's been received, right? So most of the calendaring systems like Acuity that I talked about, there's Calendly. I use Dubsado personally, and they have their own calendar system within that. So there's tons of options out there, of course, but all of them have the ability to send out like auto responses. So when someone books, they'll get, oh, thank you for booking. And you can add your personality in there. You can be like, I'm so excited. Or if you're a more, corporate business, you want to keep it professional, you can do that too, but it's automatic. So you don't have to sit there and remember to follow up because you're busy too, right? You're running a business as well. So you want a lot of these things going on in the background so that you're not being bogged down in the back end of things, right? So that is so important, is the follow-up. So they've scheduled, they've gotten their follow-up emails. You can schedule out multiple follow-ups. So one day prior to the call, they're getting that email like, hey, we're going to meet tomorrow. And then I also like to send one out 1 hour before the call just to make sure they have the link, they know what to do, and they're set to go. Okay. So that is for that. So then after you have the call, okay, so now you've had this talk with somebody, and let's say it was a consultation, just to keep it easy. So we've had the consultation, and now this person wants to become your client. So what are you going to do now? Like, are you going to send a contract? Are you going to do all those things? Yes, of course, right? So you want to make sure that you're sending well, first you want to do the proposal, obviously. So you're sending your proposal, and within that proposal, you can have, the link for them to buy and the link for the contract. So if they want to move forward with you, boom, boom, it's done. And it's not confusing, right? It's simple. You want to keep things as simple as possible, but also effective and not confusing. So that, is a huge tip of mine, is to keep things simple and not confusing. And the next tip I have that goes along probably across the board, I wouldn't say this is just for client communication, because even with your team, you want to make sure things work. You want to test things before you put them out into the universe, so to speak. The last thing you want is someone to land on your sales page or your website or your proposal, and they click it and it gives them an error, or it is not clickable, or what have you. So I'll tell you a personal story. So I have built my website all by myself. And I was like, okay, like I'm going to put this out there and this is going to be great, right? So lo and behold, I had an opportunity for someone to audit my website, which is awesome, for free. Hey. So she's auditing my website, and she says, Amanda, you're first, like I have like the call to action right, before you scroll above the fold, they say, and that link, it wasn't clickable. So how many people had landed on my website interested in my services and couldn't book a call because they went to click, it didn't work, and guess what they did? They bounced, they left, right? Because they're like, well, I don't want this person dealing with back end of my business, like her link doesn't work. Or it could have been like, I don't have time to scroll, so it doesn't work. So I'm going to look for somebody whose link does work. And I didn't know. And the reason I didn't know is because I didn't have a third party test it for me. Yes, of course. I built my website. I put the links in, so I thought it was fine. So what I suggest for making sure that things are working is to have, someone on your team, or if you don't have a team, a biz bestie or a colleague, or even your husband, your wife, your friend, your partner, whoever is in your life that you trust, right, to tell you the truth and to give you honest feedback on what you're putting out there. Have them test it out. Say, hey, Joe, would you be willing to test out and make sure my links work before I launch my website? Or would you go through my onboarding process as a, fake client to make sure my onboarding process is working full circle and that all my links work and my, everything is straightforward, I'm not confusing anybody, and just really having somebody else look it over, because we're humans and nothing is going to be perfect, but you want to make sure, and we all make mistakes, right? I make them, everybody makes mistakes. Just like I said, I'm a back-end business expert, so to speak, and my link didn't work. So it happens. But to safeguard yourself and to give yourself more I don't know the right word, more confidence. There we go. There it is. More confidence in launching whatever it is that you're launching. Test it out. And I also suggest, not just with one person. Have, one person go through it, it works, and then have somebody else try it, and then you try it too. you have to go through the whole process. I know for me, I use Dubsado as my CRM, or that's where, so if someone books a call, they're all in my account. So what you can do, and I'm sure other CRMs you can do this as well, is you can set up like a fake client, so to speak, and run yourself through the process. So I have done that for my lead capture. So I filled out my lead capture just to make sure that everything was working, right? Because the last thing I want is for somebody to book a call or a consultation with me through my lead capture form, and it gives them that dreaded error page, right? Nobody wants the error page. So that is one sure way to avoid it. And that doesn't mean that things won't happen, because we're working virtually, right? So the internet isn't always our friend. Technology is not always our friend. So remember that 80-20 rule. You can plan as much as you want, but know that 80% of the time it'll go right, but there's going to be that 20% where it doesn't. And you also need to be prepared for that. So I think that, have a backup plan. So if someone emails you and says, oh my gosh, Joe, I really wanted to book with you, but I got this weird error message, have another link to send them to book that call, like instantly. Like, have those backup plans. So you want to, so that if that happens, you're still being not confusing, simple, and you're getting, your clients or your prospects are feeling like you're there for them and you're communicating with them. So another, on the same subject of client communication and keeping things moving, is to follow up. A lot of times we forget to follow up. I have, okay? And how much money are you leaving on the table because you didn't follow up? So this is going to go back also to when I talked about taking notes, right? So if you're on a discovery call, better yet, record your discovery call. So when you get on the discovery call, say, do you mind if I record this? And if they say yes, record it. And if they say no, just make sure you're taking notes. Make sure you're paying attention to what they're saying, so that when you go to follow up or you go to put together your proposal, you're not guessing and you're not thinking back like, I don't remember what we talked about. So, and that kind of, it's going to be really difficult, for you to convey that you actually were paying attention. So, so back to following up, I have a lot of ways to make this easy, because I know that as business owners, we talk to a lot of people. We talk to so many people, okay? Especially if you're anything like me and you love to network, you're talking to a lot of people in a week. So you have to keep it as organized as possible. And I know that, life gets in the way. You might have a full-time job. You might have, your kids in the background. There's a lot. I mean, life is busy. We have a lot going on, but we have to keep this in the forefront of our brains when we're growing a business, because there's so much power in the follow-up that you're missing so much if you're not doing it, okay? You're just missing so much. You're missing collaborations. You're missing referral partners. You're missing clients. You're missing so much by just not following up with people. I have gotten people who, and in the employment world, okay? So when I was looking for a 9-to-5 job, I'm huge on the follow-up, okay? I love to follow up. And I've gotten jobs just because I was the only one who followed up. Okay. So there might have been somebody who was light years more qualified for the position, but they didn't follow up. So I got that job. So it's the same when you think about business. So if someone has a discovery call with you, there's a good chance, I mean, unless they said ahead of time that they picked you already and they just wanted to have this call to meet you face to face, most people are shopping. Most people are looking at multiple people for the service that they need to have delegated to somebody else, right? Like this is the internet, this is online space. There's thousands, millions of people available that do similar services. So you want to make sure that you're following up. And let me get to the way to do this. So following up can be automated. Okay, it can be automated. Oh, take it off your plate. You don't need to be sitting there doing this manually like I talked before. I did bring this up earlier. So if you have a email system, or you have a CRM, you can schedule things through that. But if you don't need one. All you need is an email account. I use Gmail, but I'm pretty sure all email accounts by now have some way to schedule out emails. So what you can do is go in and say, okay, I just had this call. It's fresh on my mind. Okay, and if we're talking, let's go back to the networking call. So if we're talking a coffee chat, okay, and you want to follow up with them a week from the time that you called, right? Or that you had the call with them, but you don't want to forget the golden nuggets you got from that call. You don't want to forget, like, did they mention their cat? What's the cat's name? Did they mention they have children? Like the personal touches are so key. Like you want to remember that stuff about people. But again, it goes back to we are so busy, right? So go in to your email, Gmail or whatever you use, type out that email, whatever you want to say, include all those little tidbits you learned about them on the call, and then schedule it out 7 days from now. And then guess what? It's done. And you don't have to worry about it. You have the networking call, you type up your email, and you schedule it to go out in 7 days. Or if you want to follow up sooner or later than that, you can schedule it out for next year if you want to. But then you don't have to stress about it, okay? It makes it so much easier and less stressful on you. I know from personal experience that if I don't schedule out my follow-up emails and then I look back, every week I like to send my follow-ups for my networking partners. And I look and I see my calendar and I'm like, oh no, I don't remember who that is. So how can, you know what I mean? So you got to kind of put yourself ahead by doing that, by having them scheduled out and making sure that you're including the tidbits, so to speak, that you found out about them, right? And that you're not going to forget now, because now you have that email there, and when you do get on their call with them, hopefully when you become referral partners, or you're collaborating, or you're interviewing them on your podcast, or hey, maybe you want to hire them as your virtual assistant or your OBM or whatever it is that they do, or your coach, you want them to speak at your summit, like anything like that. And you won't forget because you've already typed out that email. So when you get on that next call, you can be like, hey, how's your cat? And, it's nice. It's nice for them to feel like, oh, they actually listened and they communicated with me. And I feel like, they actually want to know me, right? So important to do that immediately. Then for consultation calls, I mean, it's relatively the same, but for a consultation, you want to, if you're sending a proposal, you want to do that within that 24-hour mark. You don't want to keep them hanging for a week waiting for your proposal, okay? I know for me, I'm just going to tell you something about me behind the scenes. I'm not good talking money, okay? I cower on sales calls when it comes to that money subject. So what I do is I send a proposal within 24 hours of the discovery call, because I don't know if you guys have taken any like personality tests or anything, but there's this assessment. It's called a Colby A assessment. And it literally tells you like how you learn best, like how you think and all this stuff. So when I did mine, I'm a fact finder. And I never thought about this, and this is me going off on a tangent. I'll be really quick. So I was live coached, and the woman who was coaching me brought up the fact that I'm a fact finder, and that's why I have a hard time talking money, because I have a hard time thinking on my feet, right? I have to digest and be like, okay, like what do I charge and what's good and how many hours or whatever you have, important. So doing those types of things is also really beneficial. That's just a tip in business in general to learn more about yourself. There's the Colby A, there's Enneagram, there's I almost said there's Fact Finder. That's not one. Um, but there's all different kinds, okay? But the Colby A is one that we use a lot in the online business manager consultant space to know how we think, and then also to see where our clients are at. So it's pretty cool. But anyways, the follow-up. So we're following up. We're following up with everybody we talk to. We are making a point to communicate with our audience, okay? We are making a point to make sure that everybody on our team is on the same page, that we're not sending, if our VA is saying I'm overwhelmed, that they know they can tell us they're overwhelmed, okay? Because you don't want your team to feel like you're like in this ivory tower and they can't come to you with things. You want to keep it open door with the team. You want to make sure that they know they can talk to you, whether it's good, bad, or indifferent. They know that they can talk to you. It's so important to have that open door, because and the reason why I'm so adamant on communication and the importance of it and having these open door policies in place within your business is because when I was working in corporate, I hate to say I worked in corporate. I didn't work in corporate. I worked for small businesses, okay? So your typical 9-to-5 office manager, admin, professional roles, that is where I've spent a lot of years. And I have seen across the board, so I've seen excellent communication, I've seen communication, and I have seen downright terrible communication. And one of the number one things that I have always liked in businesses that I've worked is when the owners were just, they were on the same level. So I didn't feel like that intimidation to go and talk to the partners or to go and talk to the CEO. I was comfortable doing that. And I think in the online business space too, we tend to feel disconnected, right? Because we're a global community. I mean, I'm in the United States, and a lot of you are from different countries. Like there's a great chance that we're never going to see each other in person. So it's so important to have this communication in place that we can stay connected even though we're so far apart. It is so, so important. And communication is the key to success in literally everything. If we don't have good communication, if we're not opening up and telling people, how to communicate with us, and we're not doing those things, then we lose that connection, and now we have a disconnect, and now we have, the downside of not communicating effectively. Let's talk about that too. Like, then you have difficult conversations you have to handle. Like if your team says, Joe, I don't know if there's a Joe in the room. I don't know why that name keeps popping up in my head, but that's who we're using, obviously. So Joe comes to you and he says, I can't work here anymore because nobody hears what I'm saying. I'm asking questions and they're not getting answered. I'm not sure where to communicate. Okay. And Joe might have been the best manager you've ever had, and now you've lost him all because you weren't communicating effectively. And I don't want that for any of you. And that is why I wanted to talk about these, communication tips. I feel that it's just so important to have this. So let's go back. Was there any questions? I haven't looked at the comments. Okay, I don't see any questions, so I'll keep talking more about my tips. So I want to go back through them because I know I kind of veered off, throughout them. So let's talk about the team communication tips again. Have it all in one place, okay? And I recommended using Slack. That's what I talked about. That's the one that has the all the channels that you can, put things in and have things super organized. Like think of it as like a file cabinet. Okay, like if you were like taking notes and passing notes still, you could think of it that way. Or you can use there's Voxer, which is a voice messaging app you can use to communicate, but just making sure that it's happening in one place. One place. Okay. And tip number 2 was to have a team accountability agreement, which is where you can have on there where the communication is happening. You can have, your values on there. You can have how we work on there. You can have, the policy on how to say, okay, let's say that you have a team and your team member is going on vacation next month. You can have your policy for letting us know. You can have on there, you said, during our interview, we talked about when you would be available throughout the day, throughout the contract, and we can also have that on there. Like if you need to make a change, you need to let us know within this amount of time. So think of it without making it too, corporate-y, because we're all business owners, so you don't want to feel like you're getting a job, so to speak, but it's still important. So you want to make sure that you're letting your team know, like, we're all independent contractors, but we do need to hold each other accountable. We do need to be here when we say we're going to be here. If you're only available at 7 p.m. at night, you're only available at 7 p.m. at night, but you have to be you have to tell us that, so that if there's an emergency that comes up, we know where to communicate. That's another thing too, is emergency communication. So say you're communicating on Slack most of the time, but if there's an emergency, you want your team to text message you, have that in that agreement, okay? Because emergencies come up. Like I was talking about the links not working. Oh my gosh, that's, for a business owner, if your discovery call link's not working, that's an emergency, in my opinion. So you're going to want to know right away, like, and, text me at this number, let me know that there's an emergency, and then I will get back to you whenever, if it's an emergency, I'll get back to you. If it's not an emergency, please keep communication to Slack or to wherever you decide to have your communication happen. So those were the first 2 tips. Third tip was to not be confusing, okay? Nobody is going to want to work with you if you're confusing them. Super important. Tip number 4 was to test everything before using it. So please, if you take any tip from this, take that you need to test everything before you put it out into the universe. Sorry, I just accidentally kicked my table. So just make sure that you are testing things before you're putting them out there for other people. The next tip was to follow up. Follow up. Okay, just make sure you're doing it. You can automate it. You can schedule it. You can even, if you don't like automation, that's fine, but make sure you have it in your calendar. Like say, on every Friday, I look back at who I've talked to and I schedule out my follow-up, or I send my follow-up emails. So put it in the calendar, okay? That keeps you accountable for yourself. And that way it's not all up in here and you're going, okay, I need to remember to do this, on every Friday. Put it in your calendar and then you'll be reminded, okay? And then just across the board, I just want to say, to over communicate before you don't communicate at all. Communicate and tell people where the communication is happening. Make sure that you have a concrete communication plan that works, that there's no broken links, that you can, get to and know for sure where you're communicating, and just really just over communicate before you don't communicate. I have a little thing that I like to say, but I'm gonna censor myself because I don't want to offend anyone. So It's communicate so much that you get on your own D word nerves. Okay. Just do it so much that you're thinking to yourself, I'm so annoying. And that's okay. Okay. It's okay. And always remember too that if you're on the other side and you're a team member, okay, this goes both ways. So if you're a team member on someone's team, ask your questions. There are no dumb questions. And a question not asked, what's, you're never going to know the answer to. Ask questions. Be transparent when you're having an issue. If a task lands in your lap and you don't know what to do, ask questions because it is so important to voice your questions, your concerns. And I feel so strongly about that too. Because I know being a team member, sometimes if you feel like everyone else on the team is understanding, why don't I? And then you're not going to ask. And they might not know either. They might be just as afraid to ask. Okay. So be the leader, ask those questions, be a good communicator, let people know when things aren't working. When it comes to prospects and clients and leads and networking, follow up. But yeah, that's all I have. So are there any questions? I don't see any questions, so.
Hi, Amanda.
Hi, thank you so much for this. That was fun.
Thank you for coming here to our 100x Entrepreneur Summit. So, guys, if you have any questions, please leave it in the comment box. Now, Amanda, I would like to chat with you a little because you mentioned about communicating within your company, right? And you actually suggested to use a calendar. So, could you share with us, is there any recommended company or corporate communication tools we can actually use?
Yes, so there is Acuity, which is a calendar app. I always forget what to call them. I don't. It's not really an app. It's a website you go to, and it's Acuity. So that's ACUITY.com. That's a scheduling tool. There's also Dubsado, which is what I have moved from Acuity to Dubsado. But what Dubsado does is it has a calendar link and it's a CRM. So all of your contracts are there, all of your invoicing is there, everything is in that one place. So it's really simple. So Dubsado is also a really good tool for that as well.
Dubsado. How do we spell for the website?
Dubsado is DUB as a boy SADO.com. Yeah.
Dubsado.com. Okay,
Yep.
Acuity and Dubsado.com.
Yeah.
All right, and cause nowadays since pandemic, a lot of us are actually working from home, and time to time, I'm sure a lot of bosses, a lot of leaders would email, would communicate with their teams almost at all times. So, do you think that we should actually have a cut-off time for corporate communication?
Yes. So I think that are you asking like if we should have like a set time to have like team meetings?
Yeah, yeah. Instead of
Yes.
sending messages late night.
Yes. So what I suggest, well, for the late night thing, that's why I was talking about Slack, because Slack, your team can be messaging you any hour of the day they want, but you're not going to get notified until you're actually you actually wake up and you're in the app. So that's why I suggest using something like that. Because if you're doing emails, guess what? If you have your notifications on all night long, you're hearing ding, 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 ding. And, that's disrupting your sleep and you need your sleep. So yeah, that's why I suggest Slack. And then also having those weekly team meetings like over Zoom or whatever video platform you use, and just making sure that you're all on the same page and you can set the week off for success. You can go over like the top 3 tasks for each of your team members and for yourself. And it just really sets it off so that everyone, like I said, is on the same page.
And how often do we need to have a team meeting? And each time, how long is the duration?
I would say have one once a week, and they don't have to be any longer than 15 minutes, honestly, especially if you have a small team. It doesn't need to be this long, like we're spending hours every week on a call. And then also, if you have like an OBM or a director of operations, you, the business owner, may not even need to be on those calls because you have someone in your place. So just making sure it happens every week is super important, and they can be just a 15-minute call.
So, so when we are actually doing this at home nowadays, like we're working from home, how can leaders or the bosses actually monitor the their teammates what they are doing? How can we get them aligned in terms of communication?
Oh, yes. So what's brilliant about the online world is there's these project management tools. And within the project management tools, you can have your projects laid out and all of your tasks and who's assigned to those tasks and when it's due. And then also in there, you can have comments. So if someone was like, oh, I don't understand, I think I have this half done, or wait, this is going to take a little longer, they can put that in the comments, and then people can see that. And that's a great way to keep everything, in that one place because, like you said, working virtually, sometimes things do fall through the cracks. So having that strong virtual office, so to speak, is so important in the online space for sure.
Yes, I do agree with that. It certainly will help a lot. All right. So, guys, do we have any questions for Amanda here? Now, Amanda, have you ever faced any conflict before in communicating within your own company? And how do we resolve this kind of conflicts?
Yeah, not with them in my own company yet. It's just me over here. So for now, but when I was working 9 to 5, like there was a situation where someone wasn't doing their job and people ended up owing a lot of money to us. Okay, so I had to call these people and say, well, you have this huge bill, and we had to work that out. So what I did was, you always want to go into a conflict, or not conflict, but a difficult conversation with a neutral balance. So we don't want to come in defensive. We don't want to come in overly like, it's okay, because you don't know like how the person's going to react. So be neutral, ask questions, and make sure you're communicating to them so that they understand why it happened. So if, this person, I had a very bad phone call with someone who was very upset about the past due balance. And I had to stay neutral. I wasn't allowed, I don't allow myself to get upset with them because they're allowed to feel that way. So it was more of, okay, how can we fix this? If I did X, Y, and Z, would that make it better for you? If I offered you a payment plan, if I talked to my boss to see if we could take some off the balance since this was our fault, okay? So it's just coming in neutral and having options for the person who may be upset within that conversation. That's across the board, even dealing with team members. So if a team member is angry because they've been getting all these tasks, come at it in a way that you're giving them some sort of solution to. You're not just talking, you're also saying, okay, so what if I did this? Would that make it better? Or would you like me to train you on that task that you don't understand? So just making sure that you're keeping that positive atmosphere as much as you can.
Okay. So usually for this kind of conversations, it's actually much more recommended to do it by phone calls, video calls, right?
Yes, 100%. Do not text or email your your response to a difficult conversation. You want to get them on the phone or on Zoom. I know sometimes being face to face makes it harder. So maybe just say, just call, I'm going to call you. So, but yes, definitely not through email or text messaging for sure.
And how do we actually motivate our members, our team members to work towards the same goal in terms of communicating with them? How can we ensure we are all working towards the same goal?
I think that it's just, for that, I would say it's making sure that when it comes to your team, that you're saying, okay, so let's say we're doing a webinar launch. So we're launching this webinar and we want to have it done in 90 days. Okay. So we want to have this launched in 90 days. So, you're talking to the team at the beginning of the task, letting them know when it's due, getting them all together, creating the project plan together. So it's all about just keeping everyone together and having those open lines of communication and making sure that if somebody's like, you know what, I don't want to work on this project. I'm just not, I don't feel included. I just feel like I'm kind of the outsider here. You want to pull them in. You want to be like, but, let's have a call. Like you said, let's get on the phone. Let's all make sure that we're on the same goal. And then also you can kind of, you can even do incentives. So, hey, if we reach this goal, I'll buy everyone coffee. It can be something simple like that. It doesn't have to be this huge monetary amount, but like I don't know. I know there's something at the end of the rainbow, so to speak. I work harder, right? Because I want that Starbucks. So something like that can help too, for sure.
And how does team accountability agreement works in this issue?
So the team accountability agreement can also play a part here, because at the beginning of your contract with this person on your team, if you're having them sign off that they're committed, that they're going to check that project management tool every day and all those things, and then they're not, you can say, but you signed this agreement. You said you would. So what is going on? And then go from there, because that's why you have that agreement, right? Is to make sure that we're all on the same page and we're all communicating in the appropriate place. And then if someone's not, you can say, okay, but make sure you refer back to the accountability agreement. Or if someone has a question, you can, like, where am I supposed to be communicating? I forget. Refer back to the accountability agreement. It's all there and you signed it. So that can really help too.
That's a good one. So Amanda, would you like to share with us, is there any time of your life that you've actually faced difficulties in communicating, and how did you overcome it?
Oh, I used to be a really bad communicator, okay? So this is one of the reasons why I am so passionate, because I was horrible. So about 6 years ago, I was working as an admin and in an office setting, and I wanted to voice my opinions on things to my boss, and I was going to quit because of something that was happening, right? But I was so scared. I was like, if I go in there and I say how I feel, like, how's he going to react? And I was stressing, right? Because that's what we do as humans. A lot of us, we stress, we overthink, we think that all these horrible things are going to happen, right? And so I was like, I have to do this, and I don't want to do it in an email because this is a difficult conversation. So I was told myself, what's the worst that could happen? What's the worst that could happen? I'm going to go in there and he's going to fire me. Well, I already wanted to quit, or if you think back to, like, if it wasn't in the scenario of quitting, like, if I don't ask, I'm never going to know the answer, right? Or someone else, if I have an idea, someone else is going to say that idea, and then no one's going to know it came from me. So I talked myself through it. I gave myself that space to think about it and make sure I was ready to have that conversation. And then when I went into that office, I ripped the Band-Aid off, so to speak, and I told my boss at the time, this is what's going on. I think I need to quit. And guess what? I got a $5 raise.
Wow.
Okay, so communicate. Please communicate, because there are little gold nuggets on the other side, I promise.
And so how can we actually apply all these skills in terms of asking for a promotion, or asking for, or proposing our proposals?
I think that it's just doing it. I'm still not like this when it comes to proposals and things. I'm still not 1,000% confident, but I will tell you, just do it. Because the more you do it and the more you continue to communicate and say things that you normally wouldn't say or be uncomfortable to say, it's going to get easier. Because I know for me, the first sales call I had, I was scared to death. Okay. So nervous. And today, so nervous, right? But I did it, and it's going to get easier, because now when I get on a sales call, I am more confident. I know how to approach the situation. I'm able to effectively communicate what I do because I keep doing it. So don't pass up opportunities out of fear. That is also something that I'm really adamant on, because fear halts us, right? Fear stops us, but you need to communicate and you need to do those things. And the more you do it, the less uncomfortable it gets and the more confident you will be in doing it.
Hmm. So now you mentioned about sales calls here.
Yes.
Are there any ways for us to avoid the awkward moments during sales calls, or how can we get the sales during the sales calls?
So I'm not a sales expert, so I won't take credit for what I'm about to say. I actually learned this from one of my coaches. It is to go into it like it's a conversation. Okay. You're a business owner. They're a business owner. It's a conversation. Think of it as a networking call. You're just there to learn more about them and they want to learn more about you. It's an even playing field. You're not, they're not bigger than you, even if they're super successful. You're on the same page or same level rather, and you're talking to them as if you're just networking, and it just it takes that pressure off of you. And ever since I started doing that, oh my gosh, I don't have sweaty palms and I'm not shaking and I'm not like, oh no. And those awkward moments, I think I think too, like when I've also learned this is that when you say something to a prospect on a sales call and they don't respond right away, do not open your mouth. Okay, just let them absorb what you said, especially if you're talking money. Let them absorb it and respond. I mean, if it's going on for like longer than like a minute, obviously you want to say something. But like if you're talking money or you just ask them, do you want to work with me? You kind of want to give them that space to go, and think. Because otherwise, I know for me, I'm a talker. So when I get nervous, I just jabber. I'm like, whoa. I meant this or this, because you think because they're not responding right away. I'm thinking they don't want to work with me, and now I have to backpedal and say all these things to make myself look like I think they would want me to look, right? So it's just giving them that time to process what you said, and then continuing that conversation.
Hmm. I learned something from this. The silence. Let them sink in, and let them react. Let them respond to it rather than us. Yeah, I
Yes.
learned something from here.
Oh,
All right.
good.
Okay. Well, with Ronald says he's gonna rewatch this live again. He's gonna learn again from this communication topic. Yeah.
Great.
Please do so, Ronald. So Amanda, we're talking about communication here. Can you share with us any tips for to communicate well?
I think to communicate well, you just need to keep it simple. That is my advice. Like, you don't want to, a lot of times I think as business owners, we feel like we have to give these long emails that fully like describe things. And a lot of people aren't going to read that. Just bullet point what you want to say, and then open it up for questions. I also, yeah, just keep it simple. Don't overthink it. And, people want to hear what you have to say, but you don't want to confuse them. So just that keeping it simple and not jabbering like I tend to do. Don't jabber.
So based on actually my personal experience, I tend to forget replying emails, because when emails coming in and you actually miss out some of them and you did not reply to it. So how can I actually ensure that I have a better arrangement, I have better system to reply my customers, my emails?
I think are you using like Gmail or are you using a CRM?
I'm using a Gmail.
Okay, so with Gmail, so if you see an email come through, what you can do is open it up, read it, and you can create like a folder that's like mine is like AA review or something like that, and you can just slide it into there, like even or don't open it either way, just slide it into that folder so that you can see. Okay, then every day check that email folder and make sure that you respond. And another thing you can do too is if you do open it and you're like, oh, well, say you open it at 3 a.m. You're like, but I need to respond, but I don't want them to think I'm working at 3 a.m. You can literally type up your email and schedule it to send out later. So those are two tips, like just having that folder for review later, and then schedule. Also, you can schedule things out, because I think that, avoids that, oh no, I missed an email, because it happens to all of us. Emails get lost. I mean, you can try and try and try to keep up with them, but you're always going to probably miss one or two, unfortunately, especially if you're super busy. So I would say, yes, have that folder in your email account for review that you check every day at the end of the day. And then you can, if you're opening emails at an odd time of day, just schedule out those responses.
Noted on that. Well, maybe could you just answer my last question here? So if I'm a leader, if I'm a boss of the company, how can I ensure I have effective communication with my team apart from having the weekly meeting? Yeah. So what can I do?
You can, when someone joins your team, you can let them know that you have an open door policy. And what that means is any question that they have for you, they're open to ask. And also check in with them. Don't just hope that, think, oh, they're not asking questions, so they're good. They're good. No, check in with your team. Even if it's not on the call, make sure that you are taking the time to say, hey, do you need anything? Because that helps give that feel of community and connection, and they're going to feel like you care about them. So you want your team to know that you care about them, and even though you're busy, you're taking that time. Like, oh, I love, like, when when I was a virtual assistant and people would check in on me. Hey, Amanda, are you good? Do you need anything? Do you understand your task? And it just makes you feel good. It makes you feel like, oh, this business, they care about me. So I think that's a great way to help your team feel, and to have that strong communication with your team, for sure.
Yeah, by you speaking like this, I feel like I'm included in the business.
Yes, exactly. Yes.
All right. Thank you so much for answering the questions. Okay, so Amanda, is there any last piece of advice? Anything else you'd like to add up? Last words before we wrap up this session?
I just want to say again, communicate, over communicate before you don't communicate. And if you're getting on your own nerves, that's a good sign. You're communicating well if you think you're being annoying. So yes, that is my final tidbit on communication.
Thank you so much. Yes, go and over communicate better than not communicating at all.
Yes, for sure.
Thank you so much, Amanda. It's a
Thank
pleasure
you.
to have you here.
Thank you so much, everybody.
See
Bye.
you. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Well, it's such a lovely lady. We have Amanda Acker here with us, sharing with us on the 5 tips for better communication in your business. So I hope that you guys, you girls out there, you managed to learn something, okay, got something to put into your pocket here today from Amanda. Okay, what I really love is that she said over communicate is better than not communicating at all. All right. So, and if you're a leader, if you're a boss of the company, maybe you can spend some time to care and talk to your team. So she also mentioned to us that at least once a week you can have a 15 minutes call, 15 minutes meeting over the Zoom or whatsoever apps with your teammates, okay, with your teams, with the groups, for better communication as well. So I guess these are some really good tips. And not to forget the agreement, the agreement that she says, team accountability agreement, plus the open door concept. Yeah, open door concept. So I hope that you managed to pick up a few of the things that she has shared here. Amanda has shared here in our 100x Entrepreneur Summit. In fact, I felt that it's a lot of things that I actually managed to get. Thanks, Amanda, Vivian, awesome sharing. Through all the Q&A, I get lots of hindsight on managing my teamwork. Wow, hopefully, yes, thank you so much, Ronald. Hopefully you can actually apply it. All right, now that you know, I hope that you can apply it. Go Nugget from Amanda. It is Go Nugget. Jonah says, great session. Thank you so much, Jonah. Thank you for supporting. Thank you, Ronald, as well. Thank you to the rest of you guys who've been watching, who've been tuning in to our summit. So, guys, have you guys also participated in the favorite drinks? Now, I was doing a check early on. I saw so many different types of photos coming up. I saw coffee. I saw tea. I saw Coca-Cola, and I saw alcohol drinks. All right. So now we know what are your favorite drinks. I think we do have a photo montage for all our participants who have actually took this selfie and put up onto their social media account. So why not let's have a look and see some of the favorite drinks.
That's fine lah. How's everyone doing? So when you see all the co-founders here, you know what is going on. It's a giveaway night again. So now, can you see something that's actually holding on our shoulder here? If you can see something here, come on, give us a lot of like, give us a lot of love because we really want to have something very interesting tonight. So what is this game called?
Don't do that.
Don't do that. Don't do that.
Don't do that.
What does that mean?
Don't know. So what should we do? Don't do anything.
So can you see this word that we are having? Seriously, all the co-founders have no idea. What?
Just sound like
Don't do that.
don't do that.
Can see it. So all the co-founders are not supposed to know what is written here. Okay? So who's gonna lose the game? The person who actually mentioned this name here first will lose the name. Okay, so it's either a name, it's either a word, or it's either an action, right? So the person cannot do that. So want to ask the floor, right? Even doing that also will lose, is it? Not saying.
If there's an action she do, then she will.
So it can be either saying that word or doing that action that will cause the person to be eliminated. So
Do action also lose.
So if you are writing action at the bottom, then it's your action. If you the word, then you need to
Yes,
choose the
yes,
word
yes,
action.
yes.
Oh, action. Okay, action.
Okay. So it's very easy. Long story short, as long as the co-founder is not supposed to do the thing here, say the thing here, right? We will be eliminated. We will stay in the game, and person who actually break the rule will be eliminated. And you know what? The co-founder who is being eliminated will come to the camera and show you the word. So all you need to do is tag 3 friends in, write this word there, and we'll choose. Yeah, so all you need to do is tag 3 friends. All you need to do is tag 3 friends, followed by this name, okay? And we will choose the lucky winner by sequence, based on the co-founder's preference. So what you need to do is just stay tuned until the end, okay? And join in this game together with all of us. And don't forget to also tag your friend currently so that they will also know what's going on in this game. So we shall get this game started. Alright. So we should start with just talking now. Yeah.
Really? Moi同你 share。
You guys will shake hands with him.
I want to share with you 嘛。
Are you sure?
Why
Why not?
Cause.
I don't care. Action also count, right?
It's action, no?
Yeah.
Exactly. So bye-bye.
Why not?
Wait for the production.
Wait, what are we?
No.
Have we started already? What are we
Oh,
supposed to do?
this is called starter.
So we're supposed to go around. Alfred, you have to look at the
It's very messy.
唔可以，你跟住我做，跟住我做，
teamwork.
聽喎。
2、3、4，你跟住我做，你做嘢㗎嘛？
No, what is that?
你跟住我做啦，
Say 嘛。
What did you say? Ah?
跟住我做。
English.
Sorry.
Follow. You have to do, okay? 1, 2, 3.
Yay.
Well done.
Out.
Three of them are asked already because
I need justice. How can I play game without laughing?
That's why I say you are number one. You should number two.
You will also die if you see this.
I didn't do.
Okay.
She never come. She never say the word dumb.
No.
Doesn't matter.
Oh.
So what? Change our first one.
We spend
What word do you want to use?
the word, guys. Spend the word.
Okay, so currently we have 3 chili sauce to be given away, and coincidentally, all the 3 co-founders here get eliminated for the first round. So good luck to all of you. I'm sure that they will get eliminated very soon as well. So don't worry. Okay, so these 3 of us, right, we are gonna give away chili sauce. So all you need to do is tag 3 friends. Write down this word here. So we will choose the lucky winner of the sequence. Okay. So we have Laugh by Chanel.
Wave hand.
Touch face. So I shouldn't be touching my
So they need to
face.
choose the.
Yeah, we need to choose.
So we need
which
to-
number you want.
We need to be one by one first. So I like number 7. So let's choose the lucky number 7. The winner 7. Are you the lucky 7? Okay. So how about Vivian? What's your favorite number?
You have to type. No, they have to type three. Okay. Yeah, type laugh first. No.
Okay, all you need to do is just tag a friend, type the word laugh. So we will choose the 7th person who comment this correctly. Okay, so you will get the chili sauce away. So we have gotten a first winner. Okay, so this first winner, who are you? All you need to do is just gotta type 7. Type laugh and tag a friend. That's it.
What is laugh?
I mean, like seriously, how can I not laugh playing the game? Right?
So after he saw you, right?
Okay. Okay. Any winner now? Do we have any winner?
No, not yet.
Not yet. Not yet.
Ah, we got
Okay, we got someone. Okay. Yeah, I think this is gonna be a fun game. If let's say you guys want to play during Chinese New Year, give it a thought. It's gonna be very fun. So, congratulations to you, to our first winner of the night, Han Leong. You got our chili sauce birthday cake already. Congratulations to you. So, next person will be Vivian. So, Vivian, what is your favorite number?
I'm going to pick number 3.
Okay, so all you need to do is Vivian's slogan is wave hand. All you need to do is just tag one friend, type the word wave hand, and we will choose the 3rd winner who commented this correctly. So is that you? So if you are really anxious to know about our chili sauce, this is our signature chili sauce by LY, which is also known as Love You chili sauce. So if you really want to have a taste of this chili sauce during this Chinese New Year and also the Valentine's Day, right? Don't forget to also comment this to get yourself to get this giveaway back. So do we have any winner now? Okay, so don't forget, all you need to do is just tag one friend, comment, wave hand, and you will get this chili sauce back at your doorstep. And do you actually expect yourself to actually get this as well?
Congratulations to Ellen Lee.
Yay! Okay, so Joe, back to you.
So I'm the 3rd loser.
So,
Type touch face because I just touched my face. Okay, type touch face, touch face. I use 10 fingers to touch my face, so I want number 10. Remember to tag your friends. Touch face, touch face, touch face. 10 times. Okay, tag your friends, and then you might win. And keep tagging your friends and touch face. Yeah, exactly.
And I'm so happy that Alfred changed the word.
Okay, done.
Okay. So guys,
Wait, come on, keep typing. Okay, keep typing. All you need to do is tag a friend and type touch face.
And you know what? After this, all the co-founder also go one, right?
Yep, tag your friends. Come on, type your friend. Type your friend. Tag your friend, okay?
And you know what?
Ask your friend to come and join in.
Exactly. And if you know what, if you have been enjoying this virtual summit for the past 11 days, okay, don't forget to also join our membership. The link is just down below. Okay, you can go to 100x Connect's membership to actually click in and just sign up as a member, because as a member, you will enjoy free content from our virtual summit and also our night sharing sessions, and also you will get access to our challenges in the house. And not forgetting that, you can also get access to our t-shirt and our chili sauce, which are also on our website marketplace. So how awesome it is. All you need to do is just join in as a member, which is totally free. Okay, so we have gotten a winner already.
Oh, okay, we got a winner. The winner is Jonas. Yeah, congratulations! You got yourself a chili sauce.
Okay, so while the losers are making the way out, we shall reintroduce the co-founders tag again, because some of them have actually changed their tag to make the game even more exciting. So back to you guys.
Okay, so I will go first. So close back.
Stay still. Don't talk first, don't talk.
Don't see us.
Okay, don't talk first. Okay, let's start. No lah.
What's his on?
Want to start? Let's start.
What's his on? I
Want
think
to
he
start?
will be the one last to go up.
Want to start? No lah. I think. Okay, up. Okay, so type this word right now. Type say word now to win the RM30 ringgit Shopee voucher, and you have to type how many times? What's the which one? Let's go with 7. Alright, the 7th person who typed this word will win the 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Guys, type the word no. Okay, there will not be repeat winner. Okay, so if you have won one time, give other people a chance lah. Alright? Yeah, and tag a friend. Tag a friend and tag no. Tag friend, tag no. So tell your friend no. Tag no.
Tarot.
Right? Spam the word no now. If you haven't won, spam the word no to get your 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Shopee voucher. And there's a winner, which is Yenwen. No one will talk already. English.
English咩？唔一定要 English 啊，please 啦。Not necessary English. Yeah, not necessary English 啦，please 啦。Object design. Object design 啊。
Sure.
Okay, can I tell something? You did very great for this event. Oh yeah. Gentlemen 啊。逃避唔係一個辦法。
哦。
你有礼貌小孩子。说一些东西的。
顺了。
哦。
讲一下，我应该讲吧。
This is probably the most silent moment in the founders. True?
Really?
Yes lah.
Really?
Talk lah.
講緊啦，又唔講，講開啦，要講。平時最多嘢講，都唔講嘢，講靜晒先去搶咪嗰個係你嘅啫。今日竟然講嘢喎！
I can figure out. I don't want to say Cantonese 啊。Say something 啦，或者 English 啦，我哋 keep saying Chinese。
廣東話安全嘛？你覺得你呢個實驗？我發覺我習慣，我先到會講呢個。但我而家唔愛，我決定改變呢個習慣。好啊，我決定將呢個奉獻俾某個人。
其實我都少好奇嘅，講啲咩？I know the Chinese word。我知道係講廣東話咗嘅，係忍住要講，因為你講廣東話 ，I know it was something to do with 廣東話，他先 speaking English。一下。Okay, so oh, speak Cantonese, speak Cantonese.
Yeah.
I thought you were the last.
Unfortunately.
Okay, so
I talk too much.
speak Cantonese, number 5. Fifth person, number 5. So type speak Cantonese, number 5, text a friend. You're gonna win a 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. Number 5, text a friend, speak Cantonese. Text a friend that speak Cantonese. And you'll stand a chance to win a 30 ringgit Shopee voucher.
And you got to tag a friend if we don't tag.
Yep. Text a friend. Text a friend, speak Cantonese, number 5. Do we have number 5? What's it? Một cái thì已經好 obvious，係都逼住我講廣東話㗎，所以有而家唔講，我係唔講俾佢講嘅。
係啦，因為即係聽緊佢講話，一爭明。
Because I was already speaking English.
Okay, who's the winner?
And the winner, faster, speak Cantonese. I very income you faster. I want to continue the game. Yeah, keep spamming.
Speak Cantonese.
I
You choose number
number 5.
five. Okay,
I very
one more.
faster.
One more. Satu lagi. Speak Cantonese. You can tag Alfred, who speaks Cantonese. You can tag Jackie, who speaks Cantonese. And then.
So what other gift
Spam.
Exciting, tag a friend.
Voucher.
30.
What else? I can't see.
Okay, and we have the winner goes to Eugene Chu. Thank you, Eugene.
Okay, this is my word. It's talk. Yeah. Can you type this word talk and tag a friend? Yeah, I'm choosing person number 4. There's 4 letters here. T-A-L-K. They are going to win a 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. The last one for tonight. Yeah. And then the next one would be financial literacy for kids. But this is 30 ringgit Shopee voucher. The next one, something else. Yeah. This is the last Shopee voucher. Yeah. They asked me to repeat. Tag a friend. Number 4, the 4th person. Spam this word. Top 3, top 4. Oops, top 4. I want number 4. Yeah? Number 4. And the winner is Jun Xia. Continue the game. Yeah, continue the
Three
game.
musketeers left here. The three musketeers.
Explain the game for shall we show?
Sure what?
Show our pack.
Okay, probably we continue
Okay, we
about
show the production how come we show.
Oh, okay.
So those for junior ones where this is my I cannot see what is it. Do you know? I don't know. I mean that's not the
Okay, you see? I also couldn't see you.
So explain again.
Alright, so for those who just came in, the game is about don't do that. So basically on our shoulder here, we got a word here. Yeah, so basically we don't do or don't say that. As long as we do or say the words on our shoulder, then we will be the special giveaway guest VIP. Okay?
And you know that during this summit we have played a lot of games, right?
Yes.
Mm.
A lot
So I
of
hope you
things.
so we'll continue the game and we'll continue to kick each other's out, okay?
Kick each other. Kick each other out.
Okay, so what other gift do we have? Probably
Financial literacy and 3 more, and 2 more, and T-shirt 1 more.
okay.
We shall continue.
Alright, let's continue.
Oh, sad.
Am I really your good friend?
Good question. Good question.
Good.
This round is a little bit.
Yes, it's a bit
all you want to be loser.
It's okay to be loser.
Yeah.
It's okay to be loser.
Tell us,
You know Bella,
tell us something good about
You know
100x.
Good about 100x.
oh, you
What is this? Oh, no wonder. Just now I said it's okay to be loser, so now dream come true already. Okay. 100x is a word. Okay, now after every time if I'm a loser means you're a winner. So I always say when there's a loser means there's a winner. Are you agree, Yvonne? I say, I say when there's a loser means
Sorry,
there's
we
a
were talking.
I say when there's a loser, they also have a winner also. Are you agree? Okay, now it's your turn. Now it's your turn. So please spam 100x, tag your friend, tag 100 times, no lah, 开玩笑. 2. Second, tag your friend, tag 100x. So you will be a winner for the financial literacy hack. Faster. 1. Oh yeah, remember sign up the membership. Join us. Okay, we got it. Siapa cepat siapa dapat. Boy. Okay. Again.
Wow.
And next, Raja, congratulations. All your kids can go camp already.
It's giving
Thank
me
you.
You're teaching the
Thank you.
camp.
They know already.
Okay, probably we shall continue.
Yeah, we should.
I guess we'll need a little bit help of the production team and the co-founder.
Yeah, I think you all should help us a little bit to, make us a little bit talk. We will do
Yeah,
over
next time asking, are you the only one that's teaching the thing or is another partner?
Depends.
What is it? Depends.
Depends. I cannot help you, then someone will come and help you all.
How long is it gonna be?
Come here.
How long the camp?
You got to answer. Some
Hey,
people,
Yeah,
3 to 5 days can be different. Depends. 2 hours, 3 hours. Our camp hand is very flexible, can be custom made to your company's objective. Up to you.
So if they want 3 hours also can. Just say the word can, cannot, man. Can or cannot? Just answer can or cannot lah.
Wow, really what she saying? Really? What she's saying is real. Is what she's saying real?
Okay. End rule. Cannot say.
I also want that.
Cannot say.
I also want that.
End rule. Cannot. No rule.
No rules. At least speak 3 to 5 words.
Cannot. No. Proper word.
People ask you question, you answer in sentence lah. What is
I
my?
answer in paragraph, okay?
Correct. Cannot. No.
Okay.
So we give challenge. First foul, 3 foul, knockout.
If 3 then automatically
Foul.
okay?
So we can each one we ask one question. So let's start with the first question.
Basically.
Basically.
Actually,
Really?
know what you're saying.
Audie, do you love your mom?
Need to consider
Consider. I never say your two. One.
Yes, I love.
Okay, for you. What about you, Yvonne?
Do you love your mom?
very much.
Less than 3 words. They say 3 to 5 words.
Minimum 3 to 5 words.
3 to 5 words. Yes, I love 3
Yeah,
words.
we just say 3 to 5 words.
Very, very much.
I love.
Okay, 等一下，那个 basically 那个 startup challenge 可以了吗？讲一下 startup challenge 有吗？
Okay, please explain to us what is startup challenge. 100 days, 100 days startup challenge.
Okay, babe.
Oh, okay.
Yes.
100 days challenge is about challenging yourself 100 days.
You don't know?
You mean you don't know? Are you sure you don't know?
Really?
Sure you don't know?
I think so. Okay.
Okay, now Yvonne, tell us a bit more about financial literacy. Why people should join?
Financial literacy
It's a big program.
is something towards responsibility towards yourself and also other people around you. So basically, financial literacy is just not about money management, it's about mindset. Your mindset will actually affect yourself and people around you,
So it's not only for kids.
adults alike.
But what kind of adults can attend?
Adults alike, any age group can be from 0 to 100.
How about employees?
Only English.
0 to 100 can.
English only. English only.
I have people who custom it to Brazilian. I got people who do it in Malay.
Yours.
I am flexible. I can speak Japanese. I can speak Mandarin. I can speak Cantonese. I can speak Hokkien. I can speak Chinese.
Really? Serious?
Really not.
So guys, those of you who's in front of the camera, you can see the co-founders' words as well. If you guys want to also animate them to go and get the free gift, don't forget to also comment there. You can suggest a few questions so that we can ask them so that we can track them to say the word.
Okay, now I think it's already 5 minutes. Maybe we should change their word.
Yeah, come here.
Okay.
Very
Bobby,
nice.
come first. Can we see our own answer or not? Now.
No,
The old one, the old one, the old one.
The old answer.
The old one, okay, let's see.
Don't first.
Actually, you should do it the same word.
Oh, goodness me.
Can you show the camera? Show the camera.
Oh, yeah, sorry. Oh. Okay, okay. Oh, can see?
Yes. So explain the game.
Okay, once again, left with both of us. So the game for those who just came in is about don't do that.
And you have to make each other do the action or speak out that word that's on our shoulder. So
Basically, we don't know ourselves.
we don't know what's this. So there's no repeated winners. Before you want to win this game, you know the answer. We give you the answer later. Tag your friend. Remember to tag more friends to come in to enjoy this. This one totally good. That's why we still have a lot of clues, so we know roughly what's the word. Now totally zero. Start from zero.
Oh, don't just not anything.
Need to answer 了，我们一起跳舞吧。
我们一起学猫叫。
Yes, can.
喵喵喵喵喵。
一起跳舞好吗？来
这样突然 ，OK，
我们一起跳舞。
100x 里面你最爱说的。
全部都爱。
Say English lah.
Oh.
Love everybody. The winner will be winning a financial literacy cat.
What is not even going to make the dance one? Because
Yeah,
I
exactly.
think you shouldn't ask.
Yeah.
You want to dance, you just like that. You win lah.
Very obvious eh, you ask me.
That's why he won't dance lah.
Winner number, I like the word 7. So winner number 7.
So what the winner need to do?
Need to write the answer here and need to tag your friend every time you write the word love. So tag your friend and love. So the production team is counting the name. So keep asking out the word love and one friend. Love your friend, love your family, tag the one that you love. It can be your partner, can be your spouse, can be your loved one, your kids, your wife, your husband. So tag their name to show them that you love them, or you love any one of 100X co-founder, or you love 100X, just tag us. Love. So it's winner number 7. It's those that tag on the number 7. No repeated winners. The production team is behind counting. Blast it in, post it in. Do we have a winner already? Come on. Enjoy tagging your loved one. Tag many loved ones. I think you not only love your dad or your mom, but you love everyone. So, congratulations, Oli.
Oh, we have winner.
Oh, we have a winner.
Oh,
Oh, the winner is Ronald Wong. Congratulations, Ronald, and our winner. The mic is too excited as well.
Okay, so I guess my word is dance. Yay! Okay, so I will
so
start.
you dance.
Yeah.
Hey, dance.
So I'm going to start with the classic song, you know? Each and every one of you, I think, will know this song. It's called Dance, 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 Monica. Okay, So since it's the last gift, which is 100x t-shirt, so tag one friend and come and win t-shirt. The 10th friend who type in dance, yeah, we add on the challenge. The friend that you tag 10 friends, tag one friend. The friend that you tag say dance, then you will get the 100x t-shirt, okay, which is 100x red color chili t-shirt, because we are giving out chili sauce as well, so we are giving out red chili t-shirt, okay. So tag one friend and write dance, okay. A 10 friend that you came in and write dance, you will get 100x red chili t-shirt, okay. And once the 10 person come in, you can see our production team, Kaylee and Celine, dance in front of the camera for you. So faster. If you want to see who is our back team, just tag everyone in. Okay. So the 10 person you will get 100x t-shirt, red chili. Yeah, you haven't seen them, right? Heard of their name also, you know their language, right? Yeah. So faster tag in the people. Faster tag in the 10 person. You will get 100x t-shirt. Have you got the 10 person already? Not yet. So continue. Tag your friend, and join our membership down here at www.100xconnect/membership. Alright, so keep writing dance down here, and the 10 person will get the 100x t-shirt. Oh, we have our winner here with us. So I will let the production team, Celine and Kaylee, come out and dance, and then to present who is the winner. Are you guys excited? Are you excited here? Yes, alright. So I will pass the stage to them to tell you who is the winner. Alright, cool. Before you guys start, remember to announce the winner.
Yes, the winner is Muhammad Izani.
Thanks, Woods team. So thank you everyone. Please continue to like our page, continue to tag your friends, continue to do awesome things. Always remember to spread love. Always remember to sign up, get more friends to come in and sign up a membership. Like, what am I talking about? Anyway, continue to stay on to see the next video, because a lot of us spend a lot of time creating that slide video thing for all you guys to see. I think it's an awesome video. So see you guys tomorrow. I think it's at 1. Yeah. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Selamat Asmindran.
Bye.
My name is Vivian. My name is Vivian. Hi all, my name is Vivian. Welcome back to Tong Heng's Facebook Live. Please join me to welcome Mr. Lee.
Hi, Vivian.
Hello guys, my name is Vivian and welcome to Shoshko Professional's first ever Facebook Live. I'm your host, Vivian. Let's go clock it. Let me take you on a tour of the property. Damansara Furnishing Center supplies furnishing of premium quality with a touch of modern aesthetic. Zenmoya Malaysia specializes in contemporary, multifunctional, and space-saving interior solutions.
Expect to see this building up. Yay! Come on, shout out to them. Yes! Please continue to share and like the Sri Asia Cafe. Remember, I said
很像